Hello, Jester Good here, and today we're reviewing a LEGO Ninjago 2012 set. It's Lasha's Bite Cycle. It has 250 pieces, 2 minifigures, and it retailed for $25 in the United States. Now let's take a look at those minifigures. Here is Cole, and he has a 2012 outfit version. I guess that's found in some of the other regular sets. And you can see his torso print is actually really cool. I like the armor on it, and his legs, which have some belt buckles, it looks like, and stuff like that. It just looks almost like the first year's, but just a little bit more amped out, which was really what a lot of the 2012 outfits looked like. He also has a black katana as well as a golden one on his kind of sword holder. And his face print underneath his mask, which is the 2012 new mold for the mask, is right there, which is the same one I think as his 2011 face print. And if you turn to the back of the minifigure, you can see he also has some nice printing on the back of his torso. So here's Lasha, of course the villain of the set, and I really like how he came out. He has some nice printing on his torso, his legs, he has a cool kind of headdress piece which is really snake-like, and he even has printing all the way at the top of his headdress, and he has some printing on the back of his torso. Now if you remember, Lasha does come in a set in the year I'm filming this, which is 2016, which is a junior set. So how do they compare? Actually, I was surprised to find out that this 2012 version is a lot different from the juniors version. They're really minor differences, but you can see the face print in the 2012 version is different from the one in 2016, which has its mouth more open and wide. And the headdress is actually a different color. Well, the headdress itself is not different, but the printing at the top, the 2012 version has a lighter green than the one in 2016. And this is actually documented by LEGO if you go on the replacements parts service. And of course, the one from 2016 has more of, I guess, a Skybound-esque design, while this one is just the regular 2012 version. So that's kind of interesting that they came out kind of different, but neither of them have alternate facial expressions, which is kind of disappointing. But either way, I still really like how Lasha is looking as a minifigure. So here are the builds of the set. You got this side build and then the main build, which is Lasha's Bite Cycle. I really like how this came out. You could easily fit Lasha just standing up inside there. It's not really a sitting down vehicle, but there's lots of nice stickers that give it that kind of snake flavor. And I like how it's a brick-built head, and it's not like an actual like molded snake head or anything, which I don't think they made any mold for snake heads, but still, it's really impressive that way because I love how they did the eyes right here, which is like a little Technic ball. I love how they use these patterns, which are some nice stickers for this front kind of design. I love these curves as well, where they use these kind of wheel space pieces. I don't really know what to call them, but it gives these nice kind of, I guess, half-closed eyes, which give it that nice snake look. And this front part can actually be moved up and down. I don't know if that was really intentional, but it makes it kind of bite because there's Lash's Bite Cycle. And of course, you got this big wheel in the back, which is really the main wheel of the set, but they have this one on the front just so that I could maneuver well. Also on the vehicle, they give these two little flick and fire missiles. There's one on this side, and those, of course, if you give a lot of force, will go far. But they also give you some side accessories. For example, there's a dynamite stick right there. Then right here, there's this little kind of dagger for Lasha to hold. I also like how they included these purple fires because I don't think I have much of these pieces in those colors. And the last part is the tail, which is actually a really cool tail. I like how they did the joints where you could kind of position it in different ways so that it moves a little bit like a snake and slithers around. So that is it for Lasha's Bite Cycle build. There's also one more side build, which we'll take a look at right now. I forgot to mention it, but the dagger build actually has an exclusive, or not really exclusive, I think this came in one other set, but a printed piece right here, which is a cool 1x1 circular tile. So here's the side build, and it's almost like a little blacksmith area. This spider is not supposed to be here because if it was on there, it would die, but there is a spider included in the set, which is this one right here. But they have this little furnace right here, or just some coal to kind of, I guess, heat up one of the weapons, and then this is kind of where you would, forge the weapons on that little, I forgot what this is called, iron, I guess would be, I don't know. But they give you a little hammer, and they give you a sphere so you could, pretend to forge it on that thing. So that's pretty cool. I like how that came out. It's not the most complex build, but it still looks really cool and ancient, and they give you some other weapons as well. So that's it for the builds of the set, and now let's go on to the box and the final verdict. Here's the front of the box and the back. And there's one instruction booklet, which is weird because in the middle of the instructions, they just start advertising stuff, which, I don't know, that's a little bit weird, honestly. But they also have advertisements at the end. And since this is a summer 2012 set, they do have, the epic dragon battle and some of the summer 2012 spinners and stuff like that. So that's pretty neat, in my opinion. So that's it for all the promotional material and everything, and let's go on to the final verdict. So overall, Lasha's Bite Cycle is actually a pretty interesting design. It looks a little bit like a cycle, but it looks more like a snake than a cycle, and I like that. It has a cool kind of tail at the end, which has those little joints, and then this really nicely designed front parts. I really like how they did the eyes and those curves and everything. It just is a pretty darn well-made vehicle, and I also like how it kind of chomp at the front, and how they also included this little side play set type of build. And the two minifigures are pretty cool as well, as they're a little bit harder to get. I mean, I think this was not the cheapest way to get either of these, because they also came in spinners, but besides that, I think they were in some more expensive sets. So I can't really rate this because it is a defunct set, but I can't have to say it's not as bad as I thought it would be. So that's it for now. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.